Maybe I'm just nostalgic, or maybe it's truly magical. Oh, when I see that castle, the feeling is truly magical. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. Maybe it's truly magic. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. Maybe it's truly magic.
I'm
Brooke,
Andrew,
and this.
We are the
Disneydo
podcast.
I'd like to say hello to all of our listeners, aka all of Matt's friends.
Welcome back, guys.
This week on your Disneydo podcast, we are going to be talking about Aladdin. The live action version, that is. We're not redoing the classic Disney animated version from 1992. We know how Andrew feels about that. It's painful.
Fuck it.
To talk to him about. I don't want to do it ever again.
Straight to hell.
Yep, see, exactly. So now we're on to the live action one, which came out, well, as we're recording this, a little, 10 days ago? When you hear it, I don't know when you'll hear it. Matt doesn't tell us the schedule, so you'll hear it when you hear it. All right, I'm just going to dive in. So we have our initial thoughts, feelings, all that.
Well, we should, let's break it out a little. Let's organize how we want to go about this movie. So maybe start with the opening of the movie and our thoughts.
Like the beginning, the middle, and the end?
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could do that, actually. That's a great idea.
I just thought of that. Right up the top.
Yeah.
The top
and then maybe
of my skull.
Throughout that, talk about some specific characters that may or may not have resonated with us. I think that could work. What do you guys think? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Here we go.
We can't hear you. First off, I think it was no secret that I've been really excited for this movie. I know that the casting was a little bit controversial in that Will Smith was cast as Genie. Everyone's going to be comparing him to Robin Williams, obviously. So there was just a lot of build-up. I've been excited for it. What were your feelings before you saw it? Were you excited to see it?
Yeah, I was super excited.
Were you?
I was.
We're not going to talk about that.
It was... No, I was excited to see the movie because I was optimistic. I was very optimistic about going to see the movie.
You were optimistic about where that movie would go in the future.
I was.
Oh, man. What a sad movie.
But that's the thing, is that it ended up being absolutely great movie to watch.
It ended up taking you to a whole new world.
Yeah.
They have no idea what we're talking about, which
way
is
better
perfect.
than the original.
Way better than the original.
And if you do, hey, thanks for being my friend and listening to my podcast.
Yeah. Okay, so going into the movie. So I saw this in Richmond. I was visiting family, so I was there with my brother, my sister-in-law, and my nephew.
We're not going to say what state, though, just Richmond.
Just Richmond. You guys can figure that shit out. So it was like a family affair, all right? Very exciting.
Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige?
Doesn't she do Family Affair?
Does she? Yeah. Anyway, the movie starts. Cool. Will Smith pops out. All right. He starts talking after these little kids are talking or whatever. I don't even remember what they said. They were cute.
The cute kids on the boat.
Will Smith comes out in his little get up and starts talking. I can't tell if he had an accent. Did he? Was he using an accent? Because if he was, it was a little sketchy. I also, the kids started and I was like, all right, cool. Here we're on a boat. Something's happening here. Okay. And then Will Smith started talking. And it was this broken, half-assed accent that I couldn't tell if he was being Will Smith or if he was trying to have an accent. I couldn't tell if he was using an accent or not, but there were some things that he said. I was like, wait, is it an accent?
He was in a way, though, for sure, because when he went in to do his first little song bit, it was also kind of going between this character and Will Smith.
Well, let's talk about Arabian Nights, the song bit that he does in the beginning.
Arabian Nights!
I have been a staunch supporter of Will Smith being the genie.
Yes, you
And
have.
when he started singing Arabian Nights, I was like, oh no, I may have been so wrong. It was not good, guys. It's not good.
Will Smith is great. Will Smith singing, not so great.
Matt did not last very long today, keeping his mouth shut.
He messaged me earlier. I'm probably going to be pretty silent throughout these episodes.
I said pretty silent through the first episode.
This
I
is
had
the
some
first
opinions
episode.
about Aladdin.
Oh, Matt has opinions, y'all. And if you...
But he's not, like, this was a very risky way to introduce the film, having Will Smith sing Arabian Nights. Like, Will Smith can rap, you know? Let's play to his strengths here. Let's go, like, you know, Fresh Prince style. But no, they just have him straight up do Arabian Nights. And he's not a singer. I don't know if you guys know this, but, like,
It was not a strong opening.
I couldn't even tell you what happens during that whole sequence because I was just like cringing on the inside. I was like, everything I was excited for is ruined. Will Smith sucks. I want to die. Luckily, you know, you get through, you just, you know, bear through that part.
It's like what, 4 or 5 minutes of
Maybe, not even.
Yes.
But I feel like you bear through that and you are rewarded
Instantly.
greatly. Because I'll just say off the bat, I loved this movie. It was really freaking good. They introduce you to Jasmine and Aladdin. There's a lot that goes on, actually. There's just a lot of scene changes. There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of, you know, introduction of characters. And I really wish my dog would stop being needy. But it's very, like, what I expected. It's very beautiful. Like, we could all see from the trailers, it's very visually appealing.
Mm-hmm.
And that definitely sets the tone for the movie. I was kind of, what's his name? Who plays Aladdin? Seemed like Mena.
Yeah, I would like to...
Because I have...
Let's take some time to talk about him.
Yeah, I want to talk about him in particular. Yeah, Mena Massoud. I'm probably butchering his name. I'm pulling a Matt Kelly right now.
Here, I'm really good at names.
He's that guy. He looks cute there. He looks Bruno Marzi in that.
Mena Massoud?
Massoud?
Massoud.
Mena Massoud? I
Right,
should have
probably wrong.
I should have listened to someone say it.
I like him with that hair.
I know he looks Bruno Mars-ish.
Yeah, he does. Real cute. Like it's between Bruno and Rami.
Yeah, he does.
I'm into it. If only he could sing like that.
Well, okay, let's talk about Aladdin.
Yeah. He is the star of the
character
show,
himself.
supposedly.
So when he first comes on, like, to me, I thought he was really stale. Like, the acting wasn't there for me.
Yes.
It felt very, like, Botox face. Like, I wasn't getting a lot of expression in the eyes, and we all know Aladdin's this, like, cunning little charming street rat.
Yes.
And I wasn't getting that at first. And I was just like, oh, no. Here we go. Here we go again.
Yes.
And then, like, within the next second, he's doing something super charming and adorable and is, like, really channeling that Aladdin character that we know and love. So it was very confusing. And I felt like he did that ping pong of the two the whole movie. Like, he'd either be really stale or he'd be, like, turned on the Aladdin and was, like, full character. Am I alone in thinking that?
No, it was exactly how I felt. And that's where my struggle was with his character. And I was thinking about it for a while because, exactly to your point, you would have these moments where he was very blah and vanilla and just, not that it was a moment where he had to be super bubbly and charming, but expressive nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
His character of Aladdin is very expressive. And it's one of these things that I think Disney needs to be very careful of when they're doing these live adaptations, is you go from this cartoon and this animated one where the characters also, you know, they're very colorful, they're very vibrant and expressive, and their facial expressions are very vivid.
Yeah.
So when you have this live adaptation and all this scenery, you expect the characters to also be vivid and live and,
Right.
you know? And that was the thing with him, is it was in and out. And that tailing right off of that intro of
Arabian Nights.
I was like, okay, so is it the actors or is it the way the director was like trying to tell them how to do things and was not communicating that
It's
well?
a Guy Ritchie film, which
What does he
is
do?
so weird.
Yeah, because I didn't. What has he done? What has
He's
he done?
He's done a bunch of stuff, but like my favorite one that he's done is Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, he did the Sherlock Holmes movies, but before that, he was famous for movies like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch.
Snatch is fucking weird.
I've seen none of those.
So this is a weird movie for him to have done, and I don't
Interesting.
really understand why. And I was kind of expecting that little bit of like funky Guy Ritchie feel. You're not going to get that in this film. This is, for all intents and purposes, a play-by-play of the animated film with
Yes.
like a few exceptions, and we'll kind of dive into those. Obviously, the beginning is different. We don't have the street merchant. We have Will Smith butchering Arabian Nights on a boat, whatever.
Very
But
bizarre.
and I will say, like, some people have complained in their critiques that it's like, oh, this is just a shot-for-shot remake of Aladdin and it's not inventive.
I like that.
I'll say I love that.
Yep.
I don't want you to reinvent the wheel here with my favorite childhood movies. Give me just a live version of it and I'm good to go.
Agreed.
Like,
'Cause-
don't fuck with it. It's good the way it is. Just tell me the story over again, but with different visuals.
yeah.
You
Because
know?
if they do that with Lion King, I'm going to be fucking.
If they fuck with the Lion King,
I'll be so done.
Swear to God,
If it's out of order, I'm done.
I will not be able to function.
But we'll talk about that later.
90s kids will riot.
Yes.
That's right,
That's
Rowdy.
right, Rowdy.
Get upset. Anyway, back to Aladdin. I feel like it was probably halfway through the movie after the Prince Ali scene that he really kind of, I feel like, was more consistent in his performance. Could just be, happy editing.
I would agree. No, I would agree. And really, that Prince Ali scene.
Well, I don't
Let's
want to
back
jump
up
into
right
we
before
need
that.
to back up because we need to talk
We need to go
about
to the cave.
Jasmine. We need to talk about the cave. We need to talk about Jafar,
Yeah.
Genie.
So let's talk about that first interaction with
Yeah.
Jasmine.
I
loved her.
I don't know. I like the actress. I felt like the chemistry between her and Mena, or Mina, however, I'm so sorry for butchering his name. I felt like it was a little off. It wasn't there for me.
No, I
and
agree.
that could have been a bit of his stale performance.
Yep.
But I wasn't vibing it when they meet in the market.
No, it was it again. It seemed almost forced.
Very.
But then he had towards like the end of it. So like after they go running through all the stuff and they're up at his little spot before she has to leave, they had that little moment where it is cute and magical for a minute.
Yeah.
And I like that. And it did start warming up a little bit after that.
Jafar. So I know before the movie came out, we had looked at pictures of the actors and we were like, oh my God, this guy playing Jafar, like he's too hot to
Too
be
much of a
Jafar. You're
zaddy.
like, but he was a creep in the movie. He creeped me out. I was like, ew,
Yeah, they
gross.
They did a good job giving him a terrible haircut.
Oh, horrible.
That looked
horrible.
ratchet.
And I just like I know they didn't go like the older man going after the younger girl type of thing, which I appreciate. I like that he was younger and still had tons of creepy, like
Yes.
gross, evil vibes.
I think he'll go down as an underrated character in that movie.
I don't think he was. I think he was very vital to the story. He was very
Yes.
prevalent in everything. Like Jafar was just everywhere.
But the quality of his acting for that character, I think, was really good.
Yeah, he played a creep very well. Which probably for like a young guy who's like, probably a little hard. You get a little bit of an ego when you're young and looking good.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he did
yeah.
a good job. The Cave of Wonders.
Dope.
How beautiful.
That was so cool.
That whole thing, it was awesome looking when Jafar takes the Aladdin down there.
Yeah.
So cool.
Very National Treasure vibes.
Also, Magic Carpet is just like the best boy ever. What a good boy.
Does he go into like that little cluster of cute characters like Pua and things like that where they're just
Yes.
these cute little additions?
He's so cute. He's like a cute little sidekick.
How is it that the live actor who played Aladdin couldn't be as expressive as an animated rug?
Well, they have the benefit of total manipulation over
true.
the rug.
So cute.
He was such a good boy.
Oh,
He's just like, he's a dog, but
Yeah.
he's a magic carpet. But he's awesome. He's a carpet that flies, but he's a dog. How cute.
that
How
was a
cute.
really cool scene, and like the introduction to, because that's also where we get introduced to Will Smith as actual genie.
Well, it's after that we get introduced to Genie. So the whole sequence in the Cave of Wonders, gorgeous. Feel like it plays out exactly how I would have imagined from the movie. Loved it. And then we get to like the real, what I feel like is the real show. The reveal of the genie.
Yeah.
The reveal of Will Smith as the genie. Is it going to work? Isn't it going to work? What's about to happen?
Yeah.
I was so nervous the whole time. Like, he pops out and I'm just like, oh shit, they're going to do Friend Like Me. Is this going to suck? Because I'm basing it off of Arabian Nights now. Like, I don't really know what's going to happen. But I thought it was awesome. I thought Will Smith was such a great Aladdin. I will go on record for saying I think he was the highlight of the film. He was fantastic. And if you don't agree, don't at me. Don't talk. Just stop listening to this podcast. Don't actually stop listening. Keep listening. You can disagree with me. It's fine. Just know that you're wrong. Loved him.
I might go a little more controversial than you right now.
Wow. That's such a surprise.
Ooh, sarcasm. Fuel that fire. I will say it could be because it's a live adaptation and the quality of the animation was just so good. However, I may have enjoyed Will Smith as Aladdin more than I did Robin Williams. As Genie.
More than Robin Williams?
Robin
Oh
Williams.
my God.
Yes.
You're going to say that? You're going to let Matt publish this? You're going to let him put it out there for people to hear?
I am. And
90s
I'll tell you
kids
why.
are going to stone you.
Here's the thing, guys. And listen, I've said how much I love Robin Williams. I've said this, and I've said it was a shame.
I can't believe you said
it was
that.
a shame to give his role to somebody else. And I talk shit on Will Smith for this.
Oh, I know you did. 'Cause I've been a Will Smith supporter this whole time.
Yes.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Here's what I'll say. He was exactly what Genie needed to be.
He created a new Genie.
Yes.
While keeping a few nuances of the one that we loved before.
Yes. He was so channeling a mix between like Fresh Prince
And Hitch.
yes.
Fresh Prince and Hitch
Literally.
is who this Genie is.
This
and it's
confidence,
perfect.
but like casual, like we got this, everything's cool, but I can be serious and emotional. I loved it.
Yeah.
I
He's like
loved
a
it.
therapist, a date doctor, comedian, stylist. I mean, he's Genie, like all in one.
Oh my god! And then when he was in like the drags, like all the
Yes.
things that Robin Williams could do but had always done. Mm-hmm. Will Smith, he was doing these things that I don't really see him doing, but he just owned it and did it so well.
Here's the thing. I feel like Robin Williams, Will Smith made Genie.
R.I.P. Obviously, guys.
R.I.P. Obviously, we love us some Robin Williams.
Oh, obviously.
Will Smith made Genie his own.
Yes.
It was like I can separate the two and be like, okay, I have my Robin Williams Genie, I have my Will Smith Genie, and I'm not like, oh, Will Smith did a shitty version of Robin Williams Genie. You know, he just like he did his own thing. Mm-hmm. But it was like still like cute and quirky and fun. Just like Robin Williams was like, I mean, his was mainly quirky and fun and all this. So I thought there was like some nice like little, it was different, but perfect for the film. Exactly what we needed. We couldn't carbon copy Robin Williams. I think that's just disrespectful to him. Will Smith really just, he's the shining light for me in this movie. Every time he was on the screen, minus the Arabian Nights portion, which I've warned you about.
Yeah.
He was so great to watch.
Yeah.
I loved watching him in this movie.
And it's one of those where I just wonder, like, at what point in filming was Arabian Nights done? Like, was that like the first damn thing they filmed?
I don't know. Or was it the last?
Or
Was
was
he
it-
just
yeah, and he was,
ready
like,
to be
done?
fucking done?
But him as a genie was just producer Matt has an opinion or some insider information
go.
from his sources. So let's hear it.
Let's go.
It's more an opinion.
Calm down then.
Sorry. I think the only difference between Arabian Nights and the other stuff with Will Smith is that he's still not a strong singer in any of those songs. He kind of does like a talk sing through a lot of it.
Matt, it's
But-
called rapping.
No. There's rapping, and then there's literally just talking the words over top of the beat to stay on time.
Is Matt a musician?
Yes.
Is he a musical expert? Don't think so.
He likes ska, so let's keep this in
Oh,
mind.
that's true. That's true.
But what I was going to say is that I think what helps Friend Like Me and Prince Ali that Arabian Nights doesn't have is really cool visuals that are happening while it's going on versus Arabian Nights, which is just panning to like.
No, I think you're wrong. I think he does a good job in Friend Like Me. I think it is kind of like hip hoppy. They give him more of that, and I think Prince Ali, he does a great job as well.
It's the more
It's
hip hoppy,
fun.
like they oh my god, why am I having a blank on the musical?
Yeah.
What's it called?
You trying to talk about Hamilton?
Hamilton?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Hamilton. Yes, it was.
It is not like Hamilton.
Speak song
No, Hamilton is rapping. What Will Smith did was talking.
This
with style. But that's one thing that I
But
kind
he's
of
not
like.
a Broadway singer, Matt.
That's what I like. I kind of like that he was this like funny, goofy character that didn't just go into like a but was like more like when the music picked up. To me, that was like the energy of the moment.
feel like his
that his
character-
voice carried with, rather than him going into a musical.
I feel like he's not in the movie to be the musical talent. You know what I mean?
No,
Like that's not what he's there for.
yeah.
And I have no qualms with that.
Which is fine, except that Genie has more songs than the other characters.
I don't know.
It's Will Smith.
Jasmine was singing like every other second, so
Twice.
yeah, and it's not even a good song. Jasmine's song, her new song. They put in a new song for Jasmine if you haven't seen it.
The one of her
Spoiler
in the
alert.
bedroom.
Yeah, her speechless.
Yeah.
It's a good message, and like I get what they're trying to do, but to me it felt so forced, and just I was kind of like, what?
Yeah, it was definitely a moment.
What's happening? I would have rather a whole new world, like they add a couple new verses to that and extend it out. I would have preferred that over her song.
And while we're talking about some of the songs and music, what was your favorite like song throughout?
Well, it
that they did?
depends. So my favorite one to like watch was probably Prince Ali because I just love that sequence in the animated
It
film.
was
It's just like
so,
that's
and in the live, it was
just-
so good.
yeah, you just vibe that. You dance around. I was loving it.
Uh-huh.
But
Tell
a
us.
whole new world. I cried.
Real tears.
I cried real tears in that scene. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
I was just like, I felt like a little kid again watching it, and I was just like, I still have a heart. It's still in there. Oh God. And it was way too short. It was way too short.
The Whole New World.
Yeah, I mean it's a short song, but I was like, that's why I was like, extend it out. Like let's really build this up. And,
Yeah.
you know, I wish they had done that.
Well, that was one of those two when, so right before A Whole New World happened, there was that cute ass effing moment when Jeannie, Will Smith, came to the door with the flowers for her.
Dahlia, her handmaiden.
Dahlia, yes.
So they added the character.
Loved her.
For the live action of Dahlia, who is Jasmine's handmaiden. She's really cute in the film. She has like a purpose and everything. It's not just this random character they throw in. So if you haven't seen it, don't worry about it. Super cute stuff goes on.
Loved it. Loved that moment. And just like, so when that was happening, I was like, oh, wait. And then when he came up from the rug, I was like, oh, it's the time. It's time.
I know. I was so excited about that.
That was so good.
You know who I could have used more of in this movie?
Whom?
Raja.
Yeah.
They really didn't. I mean, it's probably their CGI budget was getting blown up with the tiger and all, but Raja just felt like
Could have been
we
much
could have-
more.
We could have had more of her. Although she reminded me of Rowdy. I was like, oh, cute.
And the quality of Raja.
Well, I mean, they've done Jungle Book. They're doing live action.
I know, but
Lion
I'm saying,
King.
like,
they're getting good at this
It was
shit.
good.
Yeah, they're getting
really good. And
It-
if that's any indicator for Lion King, that'll
Ugh,
be.
I can't even talk about Lion King right now. I'm just too excited.
I feel like that's going to
can't.
be a National like it's going to be like National Geographic with a dub over of a or like of these voice actors.
Was it you who told me about the meme that was like, sorry, 2000s kids, you have to wait 3 weeks before you see Lion King in theaters. This one's for 90s kids only.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Don't even try.
Back the F up.
Which is true. Like, don't 90s and 80s kids only can go see Lion King first.
Those younger kids don't
Whip
go to
out your
movies.
IDs. I want to see them.
That would actually be cool to do. We should have that as another episode where we talk about an idea like that. Where
Barring
they restrict
2000s kids
Yeah.
from seeing movies. I mean, I think we should.
We can work on drafting a petition.
Yeah. I'm down.
For any of our Gen
Zers.
Zers out there listening, please stop. Okay. But back to Aladdin.
Back to
We're getting
Aladdin.
very excited about Lion King, guys. Sorry.
So anyway, if you've seen the animated, the storyline follows that.
Yes.
It's good. It's entertaining. I didn't feel like it was too long.
No, it actually, when the movie was over, I looked down at my phone and I was like, holy shit, that was 2 hours?
Yeah, like I was entertained from start to finish.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It did. It held you through. There was no lulls, no really dull moments. No character, I think, for me, really, aside from like Will Smith being badass. I'm trying to think now. He may have been the most prominent role in that movie for me.
Like I said, he was definitely the highlight for me. He stole the show. I really think Naomi Scott, who plays Jasmine, stunning voice.
Her singing was on
Like
point.
I know why they gave her the extra song. Like she kills it.
Yep.
She sings beautifully.
Very natural.
And I thought she was a good Jasmine. I wish she was just like even a touch sassier. Like I kind of wanted that a little bit more.
But and that's what was tough because I saw that, and I wanted a little more of that like feistiness. Like when they had those moments, she had a couple of those opportunities to be kind of feisty.
Yeah.
Especially like up against Jafar, and it seemed like she just kind of held back a little.
I did appreciate at the end though that like so she's all like politically driven, right?
Yeah.
That they make her the is it the Shah? Sultan. Shah.
Shah?
God.
Is that different than the original?
They don't make her Sultan
In the original.
in the original.
Okay.
But they make her Sultan, and I thought that was awesome. And I like that Aladdin isn't threatened by that. He kind of like encourages her to go after it and supports her. And it's nice to see like a female take a lead political role in a Disney film and have the male support her and not the other way around.
It was super cute that they did that, though. And the other thing I was wondering, because again, obviously I didn't really like the first one, so I don't remember it super much, but
I mean, you just watched the live action one. It's pretty much the same thing, but animated.
did he wish, was his third wish always for Genie to be human?
He wishes him free.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that moment so
It's so
much.
cute.
Will Smith
It's-
did such a good job being so touching.
It's so cute in the animated, though.
Is it?
It's really cute. Like when Robin Williams died and people posted the picture of Aladdin hugging the genie as like their farewell to Robin Williams,
I do remember those.
cried so hard.
That was going to be my argument
R.I.P.
for why
obviously.
Robin Williams is my favorite. Like that scene between him is why Robin Williams is still my favorite of the two genies.
If he hadn't died, would you feel that way?
No, I think that scene has always been really touching.
I don't think so. I think
R.I.P. obviously, but
R.I.P. obviously, but I think because he
Yeah.
died, I think it like people really hold on to it now.
But I feel like if he didn't die, we wouldn't even be talking about Will Smith as the genie. They probably would have just thrown
They would have brought him back, I'm
Yeah.
sure,
the only
if he would have, been a part of it.
The only difference between this and the cartoon, though, is that Genie's free but still like has all of his magic powers, versus in this where it feels like Will Smith is just a regular human dude now.
well, it worked out though because now he has that wife and kids and lives on their little boat.
He lives on a little boat so that he can sing Arabian Nights in the beginning and scare you off a little bit.
I want 2 children, 3 years apart, and a big boat. And a little boat. Okay.
Anyway, really good movie. I'm very happy with this live action Disney remake. Very happy with it.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So we've seen this. We've seen
Dumbo.
Dumbo. We've seen Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
What else has come out this year? We've seen Winnie the Pooh.
It's all Winnie the Pooh.
Is there any others?
I mean, there's Beauty and the Beast, but that was a couple years ago.
No, just in the last year. So of all the ones we've seen and talked about, especially some of these live adaptations that have come out, what is your favorite? How does this compare to the rest?
I would say Aladdin's my favorite. I really liked Mary Poppins. I just thought it was too long, and then like Lynn, just the Cockney accent. Jesus God, Leah, I cannot stand it. But other than that, that's a really good one too. And the Winnie the Pooh one's also really good. Dumbo's pretty trash though, so I don't really care.
Dumbo's still trash.
Dumbo is still trash.
Aladdin was my fave.
Aladdin was just so good. Like it hit me in all the right spots. Like it hits the nostalgia, it hits
Yep.
the entertainment, it hits like the visual beauty. Like it just, for me, I was good. Now when Lion King comes out, it's going to be a bit of a different story, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's going to hit my nostalgia even harder, and that's just ultimately going to win me over every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about that in like a month or so.
Yeah, oh my god, I can't wait. We're talking about like that desert scene when he's out there with Aladdin.
I love that
and
scene.
he's like, make you a prince. And then he like makes the prince. And he's just like, I just want to go home. Yeah. I was cracking up. It's like, this is great. And then like obviously the jam scene. If you didn't like the jam scene,
The jam scene
you have no
was my
sense of
jam.
humor. That was so funny. Wilson was just like, nope, don't touch me.
Uh-uh.
Hey, maybe that's where I got it from.
That could be.
Yeah, sorry, I've got a thing where like apparently like 5 a.m. I yell at people to not touch me because I'm such a grouch. Anyway,
Sure as our grouch later.
I'm a grouch in the morning. It's a good movie. Go see it.
Yeah, if you're gonna go see one, like I actually paid to go see it in theater and I liked it.
It's really good. It's worth seeing in theaters. I think it really is. I mean, it'll be out on streaming services or DVD if you live back in like 2002. Within like the next like 2 months, I'm sure.
Do you know they still have Redbox?
They still have Redbox.
I
That's
saw
still
one the
a
other
thing?
day. Yeah,
Wow, what a throwback.
which I know sounds really weird of me to say because Matt's looking at me like that's so stupid. Obviously, there's still Redbox, but I thought we were over that.
Yeah, I thought that was done.
I don't
I
think
thought
people
everyone
sell
has
D-
Netflix now.
I don't even know people sell DVD players. When was the last time you saw a DVD player at Walmart?
Well, I
still
mean-
Wait, don't
get
go to Walmart,
DVDs
but like
in the mail
Target.
from Netflix.
They still do that?
Yeah.
What?
Is it still like $3 a month?
Yeah, something like that.
You can still get
Because
DVDs
like
delivered.
the selection on Netflix streaming is kind of trash. So like
Yeah,
I can get like,
only
the movies.
50 to 100,000 different things you could watch at any given moment.
Netflix streaming is like endless
Trash.
entertainment for me.
Like if you look at like the
Dumb
Netflix,
and Dumber is on there.
If you look at like the DVD queue that I have, because it'll tell you which ones are available for streaming out of your queue, and out of like 230 something movies that I have on my queue, only 10 of them are available for streaming. So like, there's a ton of stuff that's not available streaming.
You have time.
Yet. What are you gonna say?
Matt, you're like a blast
You-
from the past.
Have time to put together a queue
Well, it's the same
of
queue.
250 movies that you are willing to have Netflix send you to
Wait, you have a
watch.
queue of 250
Yeah,
movies.
it's
That's
the
what that
same-
is.
Yeah, it's the same.
Where
queue.
do you find the time?
It's the queue that I created when I was in college.
What?
I never got rid of my account.
How many is in your queue?
You could go up to 1,000 at one point.
How many did you have in your queue at one point?
I had a point where I couldn't add movies until I had gotten movies in the mail. I was trying to see everything. I put all of
I
all
don't
250
understand
of IMDb's top.
You know,
Where, like
250
I'm
movies.
more blown away, but like you have time to watch all
Remember we
these
told him
movies?
to come work out with us? He said,
Well-
I don't have time.
Well,
I'm
no,
so
I haven't-
busy.
And
Listen,
yeah, we're
I
like,
have-
what is
building
he
a
busy
queue
doing?
of Netflix movies.
Listen,
He's got
I
to work
haven't-
through this
I
list.
haven't watched them in a while. I haven't gotten any like watched in a bit, but yeah, I still get the
Gotten any
DVDs.
watched in a
I
bit.
haven't gotten any watched in a bit.
I'm
Don't
on
you
that.
lie to
I'm on
me.
that 3 discs at a time plan.
That's
don't-
that's the highest option you can get.
You can do 4.
Oh,
That's so much time. I like think I don't have time to wash my face at night before I fall asleep. And you're like, I'm working through 1,000 DVDs that I'm going to watch.
we need the Fab Five,
We need them so badly.
guys. Our dear listeners, please send us your reasons why Matt should join Queer Eye while we put together our proposal to send to the Fab Five.
Oh gosh.
We want to get him there.
We need to get him on the show. They would be fascinated. This is
They
gonna
would be-
This is going to turn into a whole spin-off episode, but they would be fascinated by him. He is an enigma, and he is constantly surprising me, just all the time.
Can I share a quick little tidbit that happened before you got here today?
About him? Why would I care if you share?
I got here first, and I was sitting in my car on the phone. Then Matt pulled in next to me. And while you assumed I was just blissfully ignorant to whatever you were doing in the car on my phone call, I was watching. He didn't see me watching. And my favorite thing that happened was when you opened and took the first sip of that juice that you got.
Uh-huh.
I'm so into this right now.
He opens it, looks at it, almost gives it like a little smell.
I
Like
did
test
not
in the
s-
waters.
I've had fruit
This
punch
is
from
how it
Wawa
looked.
before.
I saw it was fruit punch.
You got fruit punch. You told me you were drinking vitamin C stuff. I thought you had like an orange juice
No.
at least.
No, I said
It
this
was-
is the closest I'm getting to vitamin C, but at least
Basically high C.
You couldn't get an orange juice?
I don't like orange juice, so I need it mixed in with
He
like
doesn't
other
like orange
juices.
juice. This, like I said, continues to amaze me all the time.
This was him. I will show you. Sorry you guys can't see this.
I can see this exactly. I see this playing out. I'm there. I'm there right now. Like I'm in the past.
And so what I just did was if you guys remember when we talked about him drying his non-alcoholic drink, it was kind of like that.
No, because that one, it was like he tasted a lemon for the first time. Like his face sucked inwards.
He was so
because of
unsure about that
soda
fruit
water
punch.
and some freaking
I don't know
blueberry.
why.
He's so amazing to me.
Were you actually okay with it? Because you looked at you took it.
You were okay with it?
You kind of like looked at the label a second.
I used to drink the fruit punch from Wawa all the time. That one just tasted a little bit different.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, like 'cause
He wasn't sure about it.
It threw him off. He was like, what?
Yeah, he just wasn't sure about that.
Normally when I get the Wawa fruit punch, it's the orange flavor is like a lot stronger in it, and that one wasn't. That's why I was looking at the
But
label.
you don't like orange
I don't
juice.
like, but it threw me off. Still,
It's not orange juice. It's
Yeah.
sugar with orange flavor.
It's orange flavor.
Yeah, but
It's
it threw
Kool-Aid.
me off. Yeah, it tasted more like Kool-Aid. I was like, is this still? What is this?
Guy's
What
over here
juice
literally
do you
drinking
like?
the Kool-Aid.
Do you like other juices?
I'll do like apple juice. I'll do
Grape
cranberry
juice?
juice. I'll do grape juice. I just
You'll
don't like
do
orange
cranberry juice, but not orange juice.
Just-
Only if it's mixed with 7-Up and sherbet.
Is it cranberry cocktail or cranberry juice?
Probably cocktail.
Probably cocktail.
I have no clue. It's whatever they serve me at the diner.
Cocktail
Cocktail.
is going to have more
It's gonna be
sugar.
cocktail. Is it sweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sweet.
cocktail.
He likes that cocktail, that cranberry cocktail. It's sweet. You like apple juice?
I do.
How about like pineapple juice?
Nay on the pineapple juice.
Prune juice.
Ew.
No.
I enjoy it.
You just drink straight prune juice? I'll drink it in like a Dr. Pepper because they have that in there. That's how I drink my prune juice.
So
With
final
Dr.
thoughts on
Pepper?
Aladdin?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Real quick. Sorry, guys.
I told you this was going to devolve into something else.
You might need
it
to
was
cut
only
this
a
as a
matter
mini
of time.
episode. What? Prune juice and Dr. Pepper together?
Yes, it's already in. They put prune juice in Dr. Pepper.
Is
You
that
could-
why I burp so much?
It's
When I
probably the
drink Dr. Pepper?
carbonation.
It's very carbonated.
It's very. But I'm sure you could add more prune juice to your Dr. Pepper if that's what you're into.
I might try that.
I bet you will.
What a great way to regulate your bowels while also having
a
tasty,
sugary treat.
Yeah. Thanks, Brooke.
You're welcome. Aladdin.
So, Aladdin. Overall, probably the best live adaptation one I've seen yet, considering it was my least favorite, basically, animated movie.
Yeah, definitely the best one yet. It's going to get blown out of the water by Lion King here in a few weeks. So
Maybe.
enjoy it while you can. No, it's going to happen. It's going to. Lion King. There's no way Lion King's not better.
I don't know, they're really hyping up Lion King, so it makes
Well,
me nervous.
yeah, because it's fucking Lion King. It's going to be. Beyonce's in it.
If you didn't watch Aladdin, go watch it.
Go watch it. Let us know your thoughts.
We didn't give away too much on this one
I
either.
feel like we really didn't give away too many spoilers. You can still go enjoy it
It's
and,
gonna be
and have
really
it
good.
be like its own thing. Like, don't worry about it.
We're just telling you what we liked
Yeah.
and didn't like.
So let us know what you like or didn't like. Like I said before, if you didn't like Will Smith as Genie, get the fuck out. You're wrong. I'm sure you know who's gonna fucking say something. Just be like, Will Smith sucked. It's gonna be Daniel.
Daniel's
Daniel's
I
gonna
don't really think Will
hate
Smith was a good
Will
genie.
Smith as Genie. He's gonna hate it. He's gonna have such a problem with it, and he's gonna write a novel on our Facebook page, I'm sure. But I've sworn off Facebook now, so I'll never see it. So joke's on you, Daniel. I'll never know. I'll never know. Anyway,
Daniel's
guys,
right behind you.
what if he was just like he like had an Elsa, like a beheaded Elsa,
Yes.
just holding it up behind me, like death to Frozen.
DM me, Daniel. We'll coordinate.
Ew,
Okay.
please don't. Where can they contact us, Andrew? To tell us their thoughts on Aladdin.
Well, you can check us out if you want to listen to our podcast by going to our website, which is disneytopodcast.com, or you can find us on the listening platforms of iTunes,
Spotify.
Spotify, or the Geekscape Network. You can also engage with us on social media platforms of Twitter and Instagram with our handle of @Disneydo Podcast, or join our awesome little group on Facebook, which is known as Disneydos. Furthermore, if you want to email us for whatever reason, you have a suggestion, want to talk to Matt, distract him from his work every day, you can reach out to us at disneydopodcast@gmail.com.
Or just reach out directly to Matt, which most of them do because most of them are his friends.
Yeah. And if you want to waste a lot of my time, just hit me up, act all sweet, and then do a 180 and be a piece of shit.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Okay. I'm done.
Bye.
Bye.
Is this too healthy?
It's one of those things that really just
Let's see.
pisses me the fuck off.
I can taste the health in it.
Can you?
Yeah.
You can taste the protein powder, can't you?
The health. Cookies shouldn't have health in them. I mean, it's still good. There's still chocolate in there. I'll still eat it. Thank you.
I got it.
I said thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Very sweet. Very considerate.
Where's my thank you?
I didn't think that I could.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here, guys.
Thank
Coda,
you.
get down, dude.
Thank you.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network. You're listening to the Geekscape Network.